Hello everyone, and welcome back to day 23 of the 30-day build challenge with me, Lucy. How's everyone doing today? I am so excited to be starting this. We are only 1 week away from finishing the challenge, which is kind of crazy. It feels like it's been going on forever and also passed in a blink of the eye. And we had a couple days break from building houses because we were exploring the new update right here with the paths and the trees. But it's time to get back into the houses. What better thing to do to signify a start of a new week than to build a twin for this moon house we built on the start of the previous week. So moon house, you know what we need? We need a sun house. We do need a sun house, and thankfully Minecraft has got a whole bunch beautiful yellow blocks, there's more than this as well, that we can use to build our own little sun. And of course this is going to look a little bit weird in the overworld, but we're gonna go for the vibes and not the practicality of there being maybe 2 suns in the game. So I'm gonna start off, I guess, by building a sun, and then we're gonna build a house on it. That sounds like a plan. Well, the sun currently is like slightly more than a half a circle, but this is perfect for what I want to do. So I'm gonna create a little gradient here. I think we're gonna go from a deeper orange color in the middle out towards a lighter yellow on the outside somehow. Not sure exactly what blocks and what combination I'll be using yet, but we'll create some sort of nice gradient here. Maybe a little fake cloud that the sun is resting on, very cartoon style, you know. We're not gonna follow physics for this one. And then maybe on the cloud we do a house. I'm not sure, I've not really planned it through. We'll just see where the vibes takes us, and for now I want to create some nice colors in here. Alright, this is kind of unintentional, but I actually love the way the sun looks behind the moon here. That little burst of yellow and orange behind the purple. Very, very nice. But it's time to actually move on to building the house here, which I have no idea how I'm going to do actually. This is my best attempt, and it's kind of messy. There's a lot going on. The clouds could do some work, but I'm not going to focus too much on the stage of the house just now, because really this is the stage, and the house itself is going to be the main focus here. On the stage is going to be the actor of this play. So let's see what we can build with. Now, we're using a lot of these yellow and orange colors. We also use a lot of the white, so I almost feel like we can't use either of them because it's just going to blend in with the house. But I still wanted to feel sun themed, so maybe just maybe bright reds, red nether brick, maybe some red sandstone, but I feel like, yeah, okay, that's gonna blend in too much. But the red brick, we could maybe work into a house of some sort. What kind of house would be next to the sun? I guess I have to think about this thematically a little bit as well. What would make sense? The witch's house on the moon makes sense to me. We're combining 2 very fantasy themes here, but the sun isn't giving me the same fantasy vibes. I feel like we need to go more divine. Divine looking. I started thinking about the divine, and the first thing that came to my mind was the Roman god of sun, Apollo, and this is the best I could come up with just now. Decided to make this into some sort of almost like shrine / temple area. Perhaps this is Apollo's lair upon Mount Olympus. I'm not sure. I think it looks kind of cute, but it's lacking something. And I think my biggest issue is that the quartz pillars, I mean, I said I can't use white because it blends into the cloud, and that's exactly what happened here. We're kind of lacking a bit of substance to this whole thing because it just feels like random pillars. Some water, which by the way, I love the idea of this water coming out the cloud. This is all really nice, but we're missing something. So I'm actually going to try to play a little bit risky and see if I can make these pillars a little bit of a darker color. Of course, the oak like that looks horrendous, but if we start bringing in some birch, maybe some sandstone, maybe we can make this look more worn and aged. I don't know. Let's see, let's grab ourselves some cut sandstone, sure. Maybe the whole thing needs to be sandstone. Oh, okay. Wait, I think we're getting somewhere with this. Yeah. How are the colors looking though? It's a lot more neutral than everything else, but maybe that's okay. Let's swap these out for something else as well. Okay, this might be the most I'm getting with this idea, but it's kind of fun. Look at this, guys, look at this. Whoa. Okay, I committed to the sort of the Roman temple theme here. I added a lot more details. We got rid of the quartz and added sandstone and birch, and I think that helps very slightly to differentiate it from the cloud, at least a little bit. The sun is kind of fading into the background here, so I actually think if I were to redo this, I would make the sun a lot bigger. But again, this is just a very quick build of the day. I don't get too much time to do these, so I'm kind of happy with the way this looks. We have a little copper trapdoor lining here. We've brought in that red nether brick I said I could use. Overall, I'm quite happy with the way this looks. It's not much of a house, but I hope it at least qualifies as a build of the day. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like this sort of Roman style? It's something I'm going to be doing a lot in Arcadia, I think, in the future. It's a nice little tester of what I can do, what colors I can use if I don't go for the standard quartz look. This is a little bit more of a ruined, overgrown temple, so I think it works. I think it works. I failed on the sun house idea, but at least I got a sun temple, and I'm quite happy with that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!